Writing SOPs is one of those things everyone knows that they should do, but absolutely hates doing. If you've ever found yourself staring at a blank document, thinking of every tiny step in a particular process, this video is going to save you hours because I'm going to show you how to create SOPs in a matter of minutes, not hours. Now, first things first, what exactly is an SOP, a standard operating procedure? Well, it's usually a series of steps or sequences that you or other members of your team or a client or anyone that you're working with needs to take to complete a particular process or to complete a particular workflow. SOPs are great for making sure that nothing gets missed and that you can replicate certain processes again and again. So they're very important for any business, regardless of size. But the traditional process of creating an SOP takes so long. You have to actually go through each and every step, and don't forget to take some screenshots. So for example here, I want them to know exactly where they need to click. I've got to come back to this application. I'm going to take that screenshot. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to paste it in, and maybe it's not formatted quite right. And wait a minute, even though I've added this screenshot, is it descriptive enough? I said select add a card. Well, maybe I need to create a circle or be extra descriptive in my text so they know exactly what to do next. This is going to take me forever, especially if I have to describe a very lengthy or multifaceted process. Well, good news, there is a much easier way for us to create SOPs and to do so in just a matter of minutes. What I am using is a tool called Scribe. Now, Scribe allows you to just do the workflow or do the process once, and then in an instant, it is going to capture all of that information and produce a professional looking standard operating procedure. Let me show you exactly how it works. But first, let me show you quickly what I want to capture. In my example, I've got a content planning project board. I want to show someone how they can add their own idea, then draft the details of that content, and then move things over into this column or this stage called drafts. I'm assuming that this person has never used any of these applications before, or if they need to review these steps, they can easily do so just by taking a glance at my SOP. So with Scribe installed, I just need to come up here and select the Scribe extension, and I'm going to start capturing my activities. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit that Start Capture button. Scribe is going to record everything that I am doing. Not video, not audio, but all of my actions on screen. It's going to capture everything so it can produce that ready-made SOP. So in my example, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to select Add Card. I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to hit that Add Card button once again. And then what I want them to do is I want them to come into our shared drive folder, and I want them to find this content draft template. I want them to make a copy of it. I don't want them to edit this one. So I'm going to come over here to the right-hand side. I'm going to say make a copy. So it has created a copy of that template. I'm going to say show file in location. Here it is. We're going to open that up. And we want to give it a name. So in my example here, I can change all of this in the SOP, but we don't want it to be called a template anymore. We're going to say new content name, just something basic like that. Now, what I intend them to do is to fill out this particular template. I'm not going to do that for our particular example, but what I am going to do is come up here and say copy link. That's important because I then want them to come back to this Trello board, find the one that they created, and then I want them to come up here and select Add, select Attachment, and then paste in that link and say Insert. Last but not least, I want them to come up to the very top of the card, select this dropdown, and I want them to move it into drafts. So it is now in that draft state, ready for me or someone else on the team to review. When I am done recording my workflow, I'm going to come down to the bottom and select Complete Capture. Now, before I do so, you will have noticed that this is everything that it has captured along the way, including exactly where I clicked. But don't worry, the standard operating procedure is going to look even better than that. And in just a few seconds, we have a complete finished SOP. I showed 26 steps, but it only took me 3 minutes to create. And as we scan and glance at the different steps, it is highlighting everything along the way. So let me give you a quick review from the very top. First of all, everything is editable. So we're not talking really about Trello and a Google Doc here. We're talking about creating a new content idea. That's really what this SOP is about. And then down below, I can change the description as well. It even conveniently shows the different tools that I was using. So even before they jump into learning or reviewing, they know that I was using Trello, Google Docs, and also Google Drive. Down below, as we go through each step, not only has it included the screenshot of where I am, but it includes the exact links. Here you can see this is so much more than just Trello.com. It actually has the full address, so they can click it right from here. Continuing down, there we have that circle, click Add a Card, press Control V. Now in my case, I pasted in a title, but what I can do is edit any of these so that they are in more detail. For example, I'm going to get rid of this completely and say enter in the name of your content idea. Okay, so for each and every step, I can change both the description and I can also alter the screenshots or just remove them altogether. I can select Add a Card and then switch to Google Drive. Here, again, it shows exactly where I clicked. Come over here to More Actions and select Make a Copy. So every single step along the way you can see has been captured. Every single one can be edited for more clarity, or you may even feel the need to remove some of those steps as well. Now, when you first create a Scribe SOP, it's only going to be visible to you, but all you need to do is select this share button, and Scribe gives us a variety of ways to share with others. We could add someone's email address so they have direct access to this particular Scribe. We could even give them editable access if we want them to make changes. We can choose to embed this SOP. So if you have a wiki or your own custom web page, you could embed it there as well. Or you can export your SOPs into a variety of different formats. So you can share or maybe upload to your favorite cloud storage service. So if you're still writing SOPs manually, you're wasting an awful lot of time. You can start using Scribe for free and create your first SOP in just minutes. Go to scribe.how/toosimple and get started today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, you deserve to work without feeling overwhelmed.